I'm in the middle of an abandoned train tunnel right now. If you'd like to come to this place too, keep watching the rest of this video. Just decided to pull off on exit 45 here to grab some gas before we dip down into the desert. There won't be much out there. Got my National Forest Adventure Pass. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Saw this sign, and yeah, so I'll be good to go exploring in the mountains for a whole year. The easiest route I've found to get to the Impossible Railroad is just to take the 15 all the way to Jacumba. You'll see it, it's like a random turnoff for a gas station out in the middle of the desert, way past the 79. Well, I have my first encounter with a police officer today, vlogging. He reminded me how dangerous it is to be filming on the side of a freeway. So I'm not sure if I'll be filming out here for a while, but we'll see. So we're getting closer to Jacumba right now. Like I said, we're just taking the 8 freeway all the way to Jacumba Road, I believe it's called. You'll see Jacumba. It's just outside of the Campo Indian Reservation. We've been on the freeway 9 miles since we saw those windmills. If you look to my left here, you'll actually get your first glimpse of the railroad. You'll see there's a Chevron station and a Shell station, and then you'll see behind me here is the start of this dirt road that goes to Chorizo Creek that we're going to use to get to the start of the Impossible Railroad. This looks like the best option for parking. It's right before the private road starts. We've been on the dirt road for about a mile, and lo and behold, there's a little walking path. Woo! Let's not fall down now. Break the camera on the second vlog, that wouldn't be good. Oh look, there's a little barbed wire fence, easy to step over. And hey, check it out. We're on the railroad. Cool thing about this hike is it's kind of hard to get lost because you're just following a railroad the whole time. A lot of people ask me whether I ever get nervous going out in the wilderness by myself. I'll tell you, I wish I had a buddy. When I was in the Boy Scouts, they always taught us to use the buddy system, and I feel like I'm constantly breaking one of the golden rules of scouting, and that's by going out by myself. I'd hate for somebody to have to come rescue me if I got into trouble, and we're talking about a broken leg. I always prepare. I got a nice gallon of water on my back right now, and I'm not too worried out here. You guys are definitely going to want to bring a hat with you out here, and lots of sunscreen, plenty of water. Make sure you're prepared. I'll tell you right now, it's about 85 degrees out here. I'm glad I have water. I'm walking for probably a half a mile or so now, and we've come up on our first bridge. These bridges are why I don't recommend you bring dogs with you, because you're going to have to carry your dog over each and every one of these bridges. And I want to say this is the shortest of the bridges, so just keep that in mind. Their legs slip between these cracks really easily. Just crossed over that first footbridge, and we're heading up on what looks like a bunch of abandoned trains right now. Just before you come up on the abandoned trains, there's what looks like a little memorial down here. I'm not quite sure what happened here, but you might not want to get caught out here at night. Ooh, spooky. As we came up on the second train bridge, which is quite higher up than the last one, and let's just say I'm afraid of heights, so trying to carry a dog over this would be a little tough for me. Whew. So we just came up on a set of abandoned train cars. These look like passenger train cars, and from the appearance it looks like graffiti artists have had many nights out here decorating them. What do you say we get a look inside one of these train cars? Well, it appears I'm not the first one to ever step foot in here. It's kind of interesting. It's in a state of graffiti decay. People have clearly been taking the seats out and having a lot of fun in here. Who knows, maybe people even sleep up here. I hope I'm not waking anyone up. I think this is my station. So it looks like we're coming up on another one of those bridges that I hate so much. Well, that was definitely a fun train bridge to cross. Let me tell you, I hate heights, and that was kind of high up, and there was some missing trestles there. I was able to do it. You should be able to do it too. I've never been this far along the Impossible Railroad before, so I'm going to be exploring just like the rest of you guys. Hey guys, so we're coming up on our first tunnel here. There's a sign and it has a gate on it, but the sign is so spray painted I really can't read what it's supposed to say. I really have no clue how far out this bridge I've heard of is, but we're gonna keep going. So I just ran into a couple hikers out here on the trail, and I'm coming up on a really large and tall bridge. They're telling me I'm still about 8 miles or so away from the Trestle Bridge, so I'm starting to come to the realization that we might not make it out there today. But I'm gonna try to go as far as I can before the sun starts going down. I really don't want to be crossing any large train bridges at night, even with a flashlight. I'm afraid of heights, and it's seeming more and more like this was a hike you should bring a buddy along just in case something happens. So we're just coming up on another train bridge here. This one looks way more accessible than the last ones, and I'm really stoked to actually have a nice place to cross. Holy cow, it looks like there's handrails here and a nice little footbridge to walk across on. Hopefully it is stable, or I'm gonna fall and drop my camera. For sure. Ooh, a little windy up here. These are the gaps I was talking about on the other bridges, and why you shouldn't bring a dog, because their legs just fall right through them. Tread lightly, my friends. We made it across that bridge. That one was a lot nicer than some of the other ones, and it was a lot higher up. I did not look down. So we just came up on another bridge here. This one seems to be made with a see-through floor, and it just is kind of sketch here. I'm afraid of heights. Yeah, hopefully this is made sturdy enough for me. Kind of sketchy. Super sketch. Super crazy sketch bridge. I've decided the safest way to walk across this bridge is to just balance on this beam. Worst comes to worst, I can fall on that grate, but I just don't trust that metal grate after years being out in the desert. And but you gotta think to yourself, you know, a train crosses these bridges, so they should be able to support you just fine. This right here is a perfect example of the problems this railroad has faced. A large boulder has fallen off the side of this mountain and hurt the pedestrian crossing bridge. If you can see there also, one of the supports is damaged. So we're just gonna walk around this bridge here. It looks like there's a path. I'd much rather keep my feet on solid ground than walk over this decrepit train bridge. Look at this, it's even bent in some places. Kind of sketchy if you ask me. We got another train bridge here that it was just safer to walk around. So we did not walk across that train bridge either. Anytime I can keep my feet on the ground, I think I'm gonna choose that route. So I just walked up on another train tunnel here. I heard from one of the hikers that one of these guys is a mile long and pitch dark in the middle. So luckily I have my flashlight. We're gonna go inside this tunnel. It does look like there's a trail to go around it, but I'm assuming the tunnel is the most direct route to the bridge. Looks like it's a shorter one than what the hikers described. I'm sure that one's still coming up. Ooh. Well, you guys can look down. I have lost count of how many bridges I have crossed out here. So I just walked past another couple of hikers and they told me I'm pretty close, that there's 2 more tunnels until I get to the bridge, and after the second tunnel the bridge is right there. So I got a little bit more hope, but I hear it's about 5:30 p.m. and the sun's probably gonna go down around 6. So either way, it sounds like I'm gonna be walking back a little in the dark. In tunnel number 3 now, I just saw some hikers walking out of it with their headlamps on, so I think this is the one that's gonna get pitch dark. Oh my gosh, I'm a little nervous. Looks like, again, there's a path to go around this tunnel if you want to do that kind of thing, but we're gonna try to go through it first. Holy cow, I hope I'm making a good decision right now. So I've just walked into that 3rd train tunnel, and yeah, it's gonna get pretty dark in here, but it looks like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Making use of my handy dandy flashlight in here. It's pretty spooky, I gotta say. Came across some debris in the tunnel here. It looks like there's water leaking down on top of it. Kind of creepy. Oh no, that's all metal. And that's just the sound of that piece of something blowing in the wind here. Look at all that metal. It is so spooky in here, I have to say. Echo! Echo! This is with the light off in the tunnel. I really need to stop doing stuff like this. Oh look, you can see the glowing part of my headlamp. Oh gosh, I really should have brought a friend. If you guys can see, how they made these tunnels is they literally just blasted them open. There's really no reinforcement on the sides here, at least in this part. In other parts they had concreted up the side, but as you can see, it's a recipe for disaster because it collapsed right here. I was thinking to myself while I was inside pitch black, could you imagine if one of the openings closed on me and I was just trapped out here? Holy cow. Starting to get a little more freaked out, I gotta say, guys. I'm getting this memory of my dad right now. When I used to climb a tree too high, he would always tell me, you got yourself up there, you gotta get yourself down. And it's getting pretty close to sunset right now, and I'm just making it through the 3rd train tunnel, and what looks like the largest of the 4 tunnels is right there. Honestly, I don't want to become a statistic and get caught out here at night, so I think I'm just going to turn around right here. As much as I want to see that bridge, and I know it's right on the other side of this tunnel, according to other hikers, it's just not worth it. That sun is coming down right now, and I gotta go. Hey guys, well, it turns out I ran into another set of hikers who are crazy as me, and they gave me newfound faith to continue on. Here's Martin and Ebby. Say hi, guys. You're my first guests on the vlog. Hopefully I'll have plenty more guests, but hey, we're gonna continue on to the bridge, hell or high water. Let's do this.
I don't think I'm not used to. Good thing we brought a flashlight.
I got my trusty headlamp with me. Well, here we go. Tunnel number 4. I hear the bridge is just on the other side of this. So I'm entering the 4th tunnel here with my good friends Martin and Ebby. We're gonna hopefully make it all the way to the expansion bridge. So we just exited the 4th tunnel here, and I can see there's a 5th one right around the corner. So I'm starting to worry about the hiker guidance. There's a lot of good hiking in the UK.
Yeah.
Any favorites?
Good stuff in Wales.
Yeah.
South of Wales.
South of Wales?
Yeah.
Ah. So much greener out there, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of rain. You were too deep into it.
So how much longer are you guys in the States for?
Tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's been a pleasure to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Look at this, we're coming up on the 5th tunnel here. Well, I'm exiting the 5th train tunnel now. Oh, and look, there's like a little guard shack right here. Huh. I wonder who hangs out in there. Coming up on the 6th tunnel now. I don't know who thought there was 4 tunnels, but there's now 6.
We know of.
I passed a couple a little bit ago hiking, and they told me there's only 2 more tunnels till I get to the expansion bridge, and at my pace it should only take me 30 minutes. I'm into the end of the 6th tunnel now. I'm really just praying the expansion bridge is right on the outside of this. Kind of doubt it at this point. I don't know why, but hopefully we'll be surprised here. Well, we just left the 6th tunnel, and if you can see ahead of us, there is the 7th tunnel. Holy cow, how many tunnels are there?
And this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Holy cow, guys. Woo! After 9 tunnels, we have finally made it to the Goat Canyon Trestle. Here it is, guys. Holy cow. After crossing through 9 tunnels, we are finally here at the Goat Canyon Trestle Bridge. It was about a 7-mile hike, so we got about 7 miles to go back. Good thing I got my pals Martin and Ebby with me. I make this trip is so much easier because of them, I gotta say. Let's try to cross this bridge real quick. We're up on the Goat Canyon Trestle Bridge right now. I gotta say, it's kind of creepy and scary, but I got my good friends Martin and Ebby with me, so I'm not too scared.
This way you won't die alone.
Here's a look down. Whew. Good times, guys, good times. Glad we made it. I'm choosing to balance on this beam here rather than walk on this grate. I think we're a couple feet, 100 feet up right now. Goat Canyon Expansion Bridge right now, the largest curved expansion bridge in the world. Now I just crossed the Goat Canyon Expansion Bridge, and I gotta say that was a little intense for someone who is afraid of heights. I definitely got jelly legs, as my mom would say. Here's a nice view from the other side of it. I am not looking forward to walking back across that. It was scary coming back across that bridge. Oh my gosh. And now we got 2 hours till we get back to the cars. Nice little 7-mile hike home. As you guys can see, it's getting dark out here and we are on our way back. I just want to thank you guys for watching this video and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate every new subscriber I get. I got a long way to go to where I want to be. If you guys like this video, make sure to share it.